Make I tell you, I don't spend 30 minutes. Oh, let me say you don't come back. I say my dad can't talk about it. Let's talk about that now. I said to the president, so what is it? As I now the thing where I want to go fight for. One work, wake up in that day. An excellent Monday morning to all our viewers from across the globe. I welcome you to Bystanders at the newsstand. My name is Kolade Folarin Kadesh Prince. It's a very, very lovely week, and I pray that this week is going to be a blessed week for all of us. We have all our newspaper ready for this morning. So I'd like to quickly start with the Guardian newspapers. The Guardian newspaper this morning, the major headline says, FX rate harmonization. CBN abandons unification policy, reintroduces discriminatory rates. Yeah, that's the major headline for The Guardian. Then there's another headline which says, investors of 15 listed firms to forfeit 2023 dividends. Presidential fleet gulps $8 million in 2 years amid safety concerns. Gunmen kill Lucky Ayedati was campaign coordinator. Mixed reaction trail UK Rwanda asylum operation. That's for the Guardian newspaper this morning. Lamido slams northern governors over security meeting in the US. Two notorious drug kingpins bag life jail for cocaine trafficking. That's for the Guardian newspaper this morning. I'll go to the Blueprint newspaper. The major headline in the Blueprint newspaper this morning says, business activities suffer as Nigerians lament biting fuel scarcity. Queues return to Lagos, Abuja, Kwara. Commodity sells between 800 naira to 1,000 per litre. Syrup sues NNPC Limited over missing $2.04 billion, 164 billion naira revenue. Tinubu task global community on poverty in Africa's Sahel region. That's for the Blueprint newspaper this morning. Before I leave the Blueprint newspaper this morning, EFCC chair appoints Nzekwe as chief of staff, names 14 new zonal directors. That's for the Blueprint newspaper this morning. The Salient Times says, fuel subsidy removal necessary for Nigeria not to go bankrupt. That's according to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the Salient newspapers this morning. Nigeria not yet mature for state police. That's an Ogun monarch saying, urges federal government to dialogue with separatist groups. That's that. Husband stabs wife to death over alleged infidelity in Ekiti State. The Daily Times newspaper this morning says, why political godfathers, godsons disagree. That's the interview with Senator Gabriel Sizwam in the Daily Times newspaper this morning. Tinubu calls for inclusiveness in addressing global challenges. Shetima urges political leaders to project Nigeria's cultural diversity. That's for the Daily Times newspaper this morning. I'll go to the Nation newspaper. Petrol scarcity spreads to Lagos, Oyo, Ondo, Osun, Edo, others. That's the major headline in the Nation newspapers this morning. It says, marketers resume product lifting from depot. NNPLC says there is sufficient stock. PDP wins all 33 council polls in Oyo State. That's for the Nation newspaper. Output single window policy will boost economy. Electricity crisis. Lagos, Edo, Oyo await next node. Bandits, terrorists killed 90 policemen in 1 year. Shareholders, OK Zenith Bank Holding Corporation structure transition. That's in the Nation newspaper this morning. How banks plan to meet recapitalization conditions. CBN deadline ends tomorrow. You can get all that in the Nation newspaper this morning. I'll go to the Nigerian News Direct. Fuel subsidy removal. We saved Nigeria from bankruptcy. That's according to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Man accused of stealing cement jumps into lagoon, drowns while trying to evade arrest. Dangote cement export of clinker cement increased by 87.2%. That's according to report. Sule Lamido lambasts northern governors over U.S. trip on tackling insecurity. That's for Nigerian News Direct newspaper this morning. I'll go to this Nigerian newspaper. Hard times, Nigerians devise survival strategy. Workers trek long distance before boarding buses. Without removal of fuel subsidy, Nigeria will have gone bankrupt. Tinubu speaks at World Economic Forum in Saudi Arabia, secures $600 million investment for seaport infrastructure development. Abuja Road projects hits 98% completion. Wike says it's a promise kept. FCT on red alert over Suleja inmates escape. That's for this Nigeria newspaper this morning. I'll also go to the First News, which says petrol subsidy removal necessary to save Nigeria from bankruptcy. Tragedy, 19 roasted alive in Kogi auto crash inferno. The New Telegraph's newspaper this morning is still the major news that has been making rounds, where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says fuel subsidy removal saved Nigeria from bankruptcy. PDP will resist APC's plot to turn Nigeria into a one-party state, party's BOT chair says. Suspected measles outbreak, claimed 42 children in Adamawa. That's the major headlines in the platform newspaper this morning. I'll go to the Vanguard. Finally, petrol scarcity will linger 2 more weeks. That's according to Ipman. Why Naira depreciated by 23% in 4 days. Yes, that's the major headlines this morning. And I like to have my first reviewer here, and that's the person of Mr. David. Mr. David, you're welcome to Bystanders at the newsstand.
Good morning to you, Mr. Kadesh. A wonderful morning.
It's an excellent week.
Amen. We pray for more blessings and productivity in Jesus' name.
Amen. Yes, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said subsidy has saved Nigeria from bankruptcy. What's your take on that?
Mr. Kadesh, President Tinubu is at liberty to say whatsoever he likes. But one thing is that ever since the subsidy has been removed, what has been the impact, the direct impact that the common man is enjoying on the street? It's not about removing subsidy. It must have saved Nigeria from bankruptcy, from their end, because they are the one getting more money now. The governors are the one getting more allocations. What is the now? Ever since the president announced that subsidy is gone, he promised to roll out FG mass transit in major cities across every nooks and crannies. A year now, nobody can tell me or can point towards that this is the mass transit the president promised to roll out, to subsidize and to cushion the effect of the first subsidy. Tinubu is just coming out to dish out the fake promises. Yes, the CNG bus, the CNG vehicles, 2005 CNG vehicles will be rolled out, given to share among states. Even in Lagos State, 2,500 CNG vehicles will not be sufficient for commuters. Talk less of giving out to all the states. See, Tinubu is not serious, because a serious government at this time would have look for means whereby this subsidy will not affect the common man. You've saved how much from the first subsidy? Trillions. Sir, if I may ask you, truth be told, what is the effect of this first subsidy? Since last December, he promised that refinery will start to work. Since December, we are in where? We are in April. On Wednesday now, it will be 1st of March. Tinubu next month, Tinubu will clock 1 year in office. Let Tinubu come tell Nigerians what has he done to celebrate 1 year in office. Rather, he has even bring in division more, because now in Nigeria you have Band A, Band B, and then Band C. So if he's talking about subsidy have saved Nigeria the more, Tinubu should say that subsidy, those in the political system are now enriching themselves the more. Subsidy has not saved Nigeria. We, the poor masses, are the ones suffering for it. We are paying for it. When there was subsidy, I am benefiting from it because a place like Ikeja, I pay Ikeja 100 naira because government is subsidizing fuel. A place like Beggar, from Mama to Beggar, I pay 100 naira. But when Tinubu remove subsidy, I am now paying ×2. So now what is my gain? At least a sensible government should have the sympathy of our citizens. There are no good roads, no good medical health care. There are no lights. Now, the worst of it is that a government that is full of dubious, wicked, that has hatred for people. The same man remove subsidy from PMS. The same man remove subsidy from energy. The same man remove subsidy from all this flour mill, from food, everything. Then what is the hope of these people? You want to does he want to kill us?
But do you know that Nigeria will have been plunged into crisis if this subsidy was not removed, especially because of the huge amount being paid as subsidy on a monthly basis?
Is Nigeria not plunged into crisis now? What is the difference between
maybe more crisis?
Is Nigeria not in crisis now? Subsidy using our naira to fight the FX. Is Nigeria not in deep mess now? The question is asked the common on the streets now. Before the president removes subsidy, what is my benefit? What am I benefiting from this removal of the subsidy? It's not about remove subsidy. It's that what would the people benefit? If you tend to remove subsidy, let the price of crude oil crash. Are you fixing it? Are you fixing our refinery? Where is the question is where is the first subsidy money? Where is it going to? Nobody's seeing it. Every month, governors go to Abuja to share big money. Why the people are suffering on the streets? And you are telling me that Nigeria would have been plunged into crisis. What crisis? Are we not in crisis already? There's food, there's hunger. People can barely go to work. Look at US County. Look at no vehicle. Despite there is no subsidy. We cannot get fuel. I'm not in crisis already. Fuel station sells above pump price. I expected that now that subsidy has been removed from the PMS, there should be no scarcity again. That's one of the reasons. But now you are paying more for the fuel produce. You cannot even get it again. No light. The Dangote refinery. Only God knows what is happening again.
But Dangote has tried his best to make sure
his best is not enough.
To
Mr.
reduce the price of diesel. He has reduced it to at least 1,000 naira.
So happened to fuel.
Yes, maybe we're still going to get to that.
His best is not enough. His best is not enough. How much is selling fuel?
There are countries apart from Nigeria.
Sir. Okay.
There are countries apart from Nigeria that produce oil in large quantity the way we do. And when we look at the average price, it's far above the Nigerian price.
Where's the camera? That country, do they have bad roads? The same country, don't they give stipends to their citizens? The same country, don't they have world-class hospitals? The same country, don't they have infrastructures? These are things we look. Let us not compare Nigeria with the Western world. You only compare them to the price of fuel. US sell fuel for 1,000. You're not looking at of the benefits US gives to our citizens. People get job. People have social security number that have been paid on a monthly basis. A country that has database of our citizens. People don't look towards that angle. A jobless man in the US, is he not being paid by government? Eh? Is it not being paid? Someone called me on this platform, was telling me that, see, Germans have refused to work. Germans, indigens, are lazy because government paid them. There's no job in Germany. But see, these ones refuse to work because government paid them. They decide just to stay at home. That this money government is giving me is enough for me. I don't want to work. But yeah, we want to work, but there's no work.
You want to work. I think it's everybody that wants to work.
People, sir, an average German wants to work. But one thing is that, where is the capital? Where is the loan? Let us always attribute negative that US self-worth for 2000. But US
Do you call that negative?
Eh?
Do you call that negative?
It is now.
Okay, why not look at the good side of this government and
Of which government?
Of this government.
What is the good side? Because see, it is practical. It is obvious. I am yet to see the good side. Maybe my boss, Mr. Kule, is my boss, so most times we differ. Maybe some persons can tell me the good side. Sir, as a Nigerian now, since ever I was being given birth to, what am I enjoying as a Nigerian?
Somebody just buttressed your point here now, and that's today's Chima. He says if you are jobless over here, you will receive 500 euros free money monthly with other benefits.
So you see, I'm not lying. But now, yeah, do the government even know whether we exist?
Do you not think that this government is working to make sure some of these things we enjoy it, and maybe we should just give the government more time?
What time? 1 year to 1 year is next month. Tinubu will celebrate 1 year next month, May.
Okay, finally. Finally.
No, it's not finally. See, the truth is that next month is 1 year, sir. Politics,
I want you to access him in the last 1 year.
Politics in Nigeria. 2 years for governance, 2 years for politics. After 2 years, if the government has failed to perform, the next 2 years will be meant for politicking. Because you will be running out for election, for him strategizing on how to return there. That is how it was in Nigeria. 2 years for governance, 2 years for politics. Even for now 2 years, my brother, government has refused to alleviate poverty. If the government have not done the needful, Mr. Kadesh, I can bet with my life. After 2 years, it is the money that you want to use for election. That what he will be recouping for him to loot it. That is what he will be looting.
Please go ahead.
That is what he will be looting at. So sir, don't look at about them. The truth about them is that what, sir? 1 year.
They should move. Please, let's go ahead.
Move
for where? Please go ahead. Let's go ahead, please. Let's go ahead. Yes. Okay, round up so that we can have other people.
So the truth of the matter is that 1 year of Tinubu has been disaster.
Go ahead, please.
Poverty, unemployment, shame to the world. It's a thing of mockery. Borrowing naira, borrowing, depleting another just to strengthen the FX. It's a thing of shame. Even when price of fuel even when subsidy has been removed, you're still selling. Nigerians cannot even afford the fuel. Look at now. In the first time in the south of Nigeria, this is the first time I'm hearing band A, band B, light. The rich are now having lights more than the poor. This is social stratifications. Tinubu has succeeded to divide the Nigerian society into different layers. Because when you come with the issue of policy of this band, that means you have the poor, the rich, and then people, the poor, the poorest. So the poor, the poorest now, yeah, people like us who belong to the poor, the poorest are now using it's not bandy, where we use only 2 hours light. So Sake, you're in bandy. He's a government worker. He's he not supporting Tinubu. Tinubu is giving him.
It's glaring. This people, as a fascist,
You
always
can't do anything here. Thank you. Let's go ahead.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. Kunle, you're welcome to Bystanders at the newsstand this morning.
Good morning.
This is some of the things that we're saying. Some people will think they have power, they have rights to do whatever you can do. So thank you very much. What can you say? What can you say? What can you say? How can you rate this government in the last 1 year? In the next 1 month, it will be 1 year of Tinubu's government.
I will just say let the 1 year come to be, and it's just nearby. It's knocking on the door. That's me, and I can sum everything together for you. But as I'm talking to you now, is the rights, the future of the country is we are looking for. It's not right now what the country is how the country is going through now. And I want to say, a lot of our citizens, they are going wayward with their leaders. When we say the leaders that is trying to work, we need to add up something onto the table for him to work with. Because as we say, it's a government of inclusiveness. Yes, it's a government of inclusiveness. Any idea you have to get things done, you are welcome with it. Not just coming to bystand and crying wolf as if, and I want to tell you, he's talking about America, he's talking about these guys, an average American youth has what he's putting on the table, has ideology, what he's putting on the table. That's why you see a lot of genius, you see a lot of, so you don't just sit down and say it's government, it's government, it's government. You engage government. And an example of what Syrup is doing now. Syrup is engaging government. Syrup is engaging government. Syrup is engaging government.
Please let's be cautious. Let's be
Syrup
cautious.
is engaging government. Syrup is engaging government. Syrup is engaging government.
Let's be cautious. So please, viewers across the globe, we're going to get back to you shortly because we're going to get back to you shortly. These are some of the things we face here. Thank you very much.
Who are you? We are the government.
Right down with it. Go. Okay, if you have some more, you're not to send right. We are here. All these boys. They are paying fight. But if it's a two soon, no. What the fuck that we can be fighting at random? It's a very hot Monday morning. It's hot Monday morning.
Come and set in the Okay, thank you very much. So, come and set in the Awan Alaji ẹ ṣe sùúrù.
Alaji one.
Ajo wa ni. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Sorry, our viewers, these are some of the things that we face around here, especially when we have uncultured people around. It's the power of money because they know what they have collected for these people to come and put their stand here. And we believe that it's equal rights. If we do not want to cause a scene, that's why we're going to give them a chance to do whatever they want to do. Okay.
So, as I've been saying, Mr. Kadesh,
yes, sir.
You see, we don't need to be docile. And the docility that we have now, we are seeing
you were talking about NNPC, Serap suing NNPC.
Serap has taken NNPC to court to come and explain what investments, the amount of investment they embark on the refinery, on the fuel subsidy, on the. I mean, there must be transparency. There must be transparency. Same thing I was listening to my brother the other time, saying he has not seen any good thing government has done. As of now, proud to this government that came to power, go and check the allocation given to the governors. It was a very minimal allocation. But now, each governor is taking home 1 billion, 3 billion, 4 billions of naira every month. And you never ask your governors, how do you spend all this money? All his presidency. That's why I'm saying this youth, they shouldn't be docile. We have to wake up from the slumber and get things right. And if we want to be future president, we want to be future this thing, but you have to start from the roots by engaging. Go through that engagement process and let us know that we are ready to even tackle government. You can't fight government. You can only engage government positively, constructively.
But the government can fight people.
The government can fight you easily because if you go astray your way, they just hold you up for incitement.
When the government is going astray, you now say the people should not fight the government.
How do you want to fight? You can fight with your pen and paper, petition. That's what I'm saying.
Now let's look at the issue of fuel scarcity. From 6 o'clock, I've been at the gas station this morning. Up till now, I've not been able to buy fuel.
So, if you and I know our rights, Mr. Kadesh,
should I break the the nozzle because I know my rights?
No, you let me lie. Okay, nobody asks you because you are not an area boy that go and break nozzle.
Some people almost beat us up here they told us they have the backing of the government to beat us up here.
I told you, Abdul Mumuni just sue. What's it called? The guy in charge of the petroleum industry, Mele Kyari. You just sue him, come and account for our Commonwealth money. It's not your family money. It's nobody's money. It's Nigerian Commonwealth money. Come and explain the expenditure you've carried on in that NMPC since you've been on ground there. We've not been seeing any positive things. Come and explain yourself. And that is the politics of engagement. That is those are what I'm telling you. But, I'm not saying you should go and start fighting. If you fight government, you go see Shege. That's one thing.
But do you know that we didn't vote for Mele Kyari? We voted for Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. So he is responsible for all these sufferings we're suffering over fuel issues. If not, Mele Kyari should be sacked.
That's definitely. And I'm telling you, a responsible Nigeria, like you ought to be, I ought to be, and is crying out loud, and they did not hear his crying, and he rose up and took Mele Kyari to court to go and to sue him there. Come and explain yourself to Nigerians how you spending our money. It's not on the bystand, it's not on the road complaining, because you know the necessary things that the law should take its effect. This guy should come and explain how our money is being spent, and you are saying there's scarcity of fuel because of logistics. The logistics you are saying, is it a rocket science? Is logistics a rocket science just to get truck from one station to another? Just to even go in agreement or go in partnership with all these truck dealers to go into partnership. This is amount of the truck we need to circulate or to, provide fuel to different arms of different states of Nigeria. And it's not a rocket science, for God's sake. Some people are sitting down there. Some people are sitting down there and doing what? Just eating the money, and they are not working. They are not really working. And I can say categorically, the youth has to be awake and engage people that are doing this. Because one by one, we can engage them and put them to their senses that this is not the way we want you people to govern us. But when you keep complaining, there's no action. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, the generation of the youth we have now, we don't see activism in them. Because if you're seeing activism, we know the right channel we're supposed to be going where there's a crisis on ground. Where are your governors doing? What are your governors doing? I'm ready now to go to Osun. I've been saying I want to go to Osun because what I'm hearing of Adeleke is not really welcoming. There is always keep dancing. There is dancing governor we're having. Then I want to go on ground and ask, what are the infrastructural development this guy has made on ground with the 100 billion they are sharing now, with the billions of naira they are sharing? I can tell you, governors have never had it so good since any regime than the regime we had now.
So do you have a problem with Adeleke dancing? Do you want him to be crying?
It's not about dancing they voted him for. It's about come and fix up infrastructure. Come and turn around the life.
Will he do that in sorrow?
I'm not. Let him come and show us any infrastructure he has embarked.
So do you need to go to Osun before you know what he has done?
I have to do my fact check. Do you think I will just stay in Lagos and start? I don't criticize people anyhow. I will have to go down, whether it's the citizen that are just blackmailing him, whether it's him that's not really upright. Osun is not too far to me. And if each and every one of them can do so, not sitting on the fence, go to your state and check what your governor is doing, the amount he's collecting, what is he spending it on? You say president. President cannot be everywhere. You have a fat allocation.
Okay. Somebody, Buki Astrop, just asked the question. Yeah. He said we should ask you that how do you want the youth to engage the government?
Okay, how I want the youth to engage the government is a process of what Abdul Mumini, the owner of Serap, and he has been started it right from his 20s. This Serap is what I follow a lot, and his office is somewhere in Okpebi here. It's easier, it's accessible to see. So they can engage government by writing government, by disagreeing with government, by suing the parastatals of government or an individual that held that parastatals. You can engage government for them to sit right by suing an individual that is heading that parastatals for damages or for defamation or for lying to the public, lying to Nigeria. Because in the oath, when they are swearing oaths, They promise that they will be upright, they will be rightful, they will be right-thinking person, they will deliver their job according to God will. They promise with Bible, they promise with Quran, but they come to the power, they start messing up. So we can sue them that, do you remember what you pledged on your swearing in, right? With the chief judge, with Bible, everything. Is that what you are doing, right? And you see, we don't need to be docile. It's as simple as ABC. You have a right to sue anybody you know that is making life difficult for you, because it's not the owner of that fund is handling, is mismanaging, is our commonwealth money. But when you keep here, you will do that for 365 days, there will be no changes. Let's start engaging those people that we know they are making life difficult. This Nigeria, I still believe, is still going to be a great nation. And if people that don't want Nigeria to be, they can easily ease out. They have a free pass to ease out. Nobody is holding anybody. Please, for the sake of our children. I have children. I don't want any issues that will turn my children to refugee for now. So that is why we are safeguarding now. We want Nigeria as one. We want Nigeria to be greater in future, and Nigeria will always be greater in future. That's my message. And that's my good way message.
Very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kunle. Now, I want to quickly answer to Abu Africa Mosiah, which says, he said, Flip TV is not a legal outfit. How can someone come and bully you? For your information, Flip TV is a registered media outfit, registered by the federal government of Nigeria. We have all our legal papers available, but you will not expect us to take on urchins, especially when we're doing something like this. It is not in our duty to fight urchins. It is in our duty to report to the appropriate quarters. We cannot leave our audience across the globe and begin to go and call police to come and handle this. We can handle it on our own, and we have done that. So Abu Mosiah, Flip TV is a legal entity and is registered by the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you. Yes, you are welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I know you are bitter because before we came, you have been saying something about fuel scarcity and all that. They said, Ipman has said this fuel scarcity will persist 2 weeks. What can you say about it?
Of course, if it persists, you can even go more than that. You can go for 1 year, no problem.
Why would you say that?
No, yes, it's not Nigeria. You can go for 2 years. Buhari wasted 8 years. What happened? Tinubu don't come again. 1 year don't go. What happened? Whichever way they want it, so be it. Because Nigerians are getting frustrated on daily basis. Tinubu has come in, the almighty Tinubu himself, the almighty Tagaban. We have seen the level of things he has done so far. I think he's the petroleum minister. The current petroleum minister, we have seen the level of his professionalism. So whether it's going to continue 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that is their own business. But that one day, Nigerians will stand up for themselves. That's what I believe.
Okay.
Now, I do not see the reason why in every administration we keep on having moments like this where people are being frustrated in the morning, yet there is too much breakdown of law and order. People trek distances to survive amidst the harshest economy in the world. So it's unfortunate anybody that's telling you to, that's their business. But see, God is going to find a way out at the end of the day. They go to their houses, they bury tanks inside their compound, fill it up, 24 hours generate electricity in their respective homes. What they tell you about fuel scarcity, there's nothing on that.
They don't feel it.
The federal government, they have marketers, all of them, on a game.
Okay, now let's look at this area of fuel subsidy. President Bola Tinubu said in Saudi Arabia that the removal of fuel subsidy has saved Nigeria from back.
Bros, if we are always honest, I think the likes of Tinubu should be in prison. No, bro, I'm telling you the gospel truth. Bro, do you know what he called subsidy under Jonathan. He said it is a voodoo economy under Jonathan. Publicly, when Jonathan was and Okonjo-Iweala brought this concept of them are part of the racket now. Bro, what are you telling me? You are going all over the world and preaching about subsidy. What does that mean? He should also be arrested and charged with treason. Bro, you don't know what you are going through. Bros, if you know, bros, for you to drink Gary now, you have to spend 1,700 ordinary Gary. They are not feeling it now. Ordinary Gary that you can easily use 100 naira or 150. Madam, granite, stuff, sugar, 5 kobo, before you know it. But now, for you to drink Gary, 1,700. Bros, that guy is not competent. He doesn't know what he's doing. It was this morning, I woke up and I decided that it has come to a point. There's no need of waiting for 1 year to be able to define Tinubu's administration. Because by next year now, they will all go into election.
Electioneering.
Electioneering will start. So he has only this year to lay down his policies. And by the time the electioneering will start next year, at least we'll start seeing, dividends of some of those policies.
Sincerely, do you believe that Nigeria was almost into bankruptcy before Tinubu?
Bro, that is what they tell you, as if there's no crude oil in the east. Are they not pumping? They are pumping. Is it only crude oil? Is it the only means of generating? What are all the tax they are collecting? Companies everywhere customs. But what are you talking about? Those guys are not ready to sit down and fix Nigeria. That's what I believe. And that is why people will continue to say Nigeria must divide. For anybody that is telling you, forget all this cosmetic, this thing you see, all this paparazzi. You see a Nigerian man wearing suit, walking on the street, and you think it's okay. No, move closer. Then he will tell you. You cannot be able to. Bros, Nigeria is a mess, so. To rent a room in Lagos State, 500,000. And inside that 500,000, they will tell you they don't want to see Igbo man there. No Igbo man, no. Unless you go and pretend that, okay, maybe you carry somebody or your wife know how to speak Yoruba, or you have been in this land for several years, you understand how to speak Yoruba, they'll say, okay. Why is it that nobody's talking about that? Every day we'll come about and talk about Tinubu, how they are looting money, how they are doing this and that. The one that is playing out under our nose, we don't talk about it.
So that means as the government has their own, citizens have their own parts to play.
Citizens are struggling to be involved in the system created by them. Are you telling me that Lagos State Governor Sanwo-Olu himself does not know what is going on in Lagos State? There are people who need to build their future from the scratch. How are they going to do that? This is the former capital of Nigeria. A lot of resources from the south has entered here, especially from the east. Why are they saying you should not give an Igbo man house in Lagos State? They'll single you out. Anything from Benin down. Once you say they speak Yoruba, you know here, they'll say this one, Omibo, go. Even those from Urobo, they go. We don't need to do this. But I'm telling you, the trending issue now, not Tinubu every day, Tinubu. Let us tackle this. Let the world know what is going on in Lagos State currently now. All the whole landlords are in that agreement. As I'm talking to you now.
Why do you think they are in that agreement? Because if I build a house for business, I do not care. What I just need is somebody who is working, who lives legally to occupy the house.
Okay, you know that most Yorubas now, they are into agents. Agents say. That's what the business they do now. And if you look at some houses currently now, these are the things I found out during the weekend, just last weekend. And I'm totally upset and against it automatically. And I want the governor himself to look into the issue because it is spreading. The Hausa man know they rent house now. Hausa they rent house for Lagos. No. They buy property for Lagos. They know that if you are not a Yoruba, the next thing is Igbo. They'll ask you. I don't want Igbo in that compound. Then you begin to ask yourself, what is the problem? Let's not forget, let at least one, this is a platform for everybody. Let us treat this issue, digest it, and look into it. 80%, let me say 50% of tax in this are being paid by Igbos. They struggle every day. If they want to sell property for them, they sell it at a very high price. They want to rent a room for them, they do it at a very high price. If at all they want to give it to an Igbo man. It's a serious situation in Lagos State currently now. How are we going to resolve that? It has become a normal thing. All the places they have been during the weekend. They say, I don't want Igbo. But it is these people that pays more. In terms of house, electricity bill, different types of tax. Hausa man not get in time now. The who is contributing more to the economy of Lagos State? Why would this discrimination continue behind the scene? And the Lagos State government are pretending as if they don't know what is happening. Or the Omoniless are trying to cover the governor's eye, not to see what is happening. That
Why would you say the Lagos State government is pretending? Because when you look at appointments, even board parastatals and boards, agencies in Lagos, there are some headed by Igbos. So do you not think that these people too can come together and do something about it and not the government?
Okay, you look at the United States reports on 2023 election. There's no tribe that was singled out in that tribe apart from Igbo. No, bros, understand what I'm saying. And they mentioned Lagos State specifically in that report. Why is it that... Oh, okay, allow me.
No, I want him to leave the zone.
Okay, you understand? Why is it that those people you feel that they are Igbos that are heading those government agencies in Lagos, we are not able to prevent?
Yeah.
They might not be able to do that. One, they are of a significant number. Two, they are under a kind of oath. Three, the governor himself need to once in a while understand or do set up a private committee or investigation or agency that will report directly to him. Because this platform, I believe, to some governor, some aides to Sanwo-Olu and the presidency are listening to it. This is not a matter of this thing. You understand what I'm saying? So that is a very trending issue now. That almost, bro, I can tell you, almost all the landlords in Lagos State are implementing it.
Thank you very much.
Then, yes, another thing I want to react to, is let me use this opportunity to explain certain things that is surrounding the recent statement credited to Shehu Kuti.
Okay. On Kanu.
Yes. Maybe I have, I told you some time ago that I have respect for two people. I have respect for Gani Adams, Gani Fayemi, and of course, the late Afrobeat King, Fela and Nicola Bokuti. But looking at looking at recent development where, Shehu Kuti comes to the public, shirtless most times when you watch him on social media. Because I don't even know whether he's an activist or he's a musician or, he's a paid agent by the government or he's acting ethnicity, because everything that has become of him recently. This is a man that slapped a uniformed man. That means the POP he's using on daily basis is affecting him. So can you compare yourself with, on a neutral ground, on a normal ground? Can you compare your whatever status with that of Nnamdi Kanu? That is impossible. And what the Professor Banji Akintoye and Sunday Igboho is doing is not even illegal. I know some of you that are benefiting from wickedness, wicked government of Nigeria. You can come at any time to play your ethnic cards. No problem. But remember, you are not representing the legacies of Fela Nicola Bokuti. Because Fela also seceded from Nigeria. That is why a lot of people do not have respect for you. Nobody even mentions Senwe anywhere when you talk about Fela's family. The only person we know is Femi.
That's the only person you know.
And that's the only person we know.
That you know.
No, it's not we. Bros, when you talk of the level of, you know, popularity
our time is fast spent. Our time is fast spent. Thank you very much, Mr. Tinubu. Nice having you on the program. Mr. Olasukomi, really one.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
When Tinubu said he has saved Nigeria from bankruptcy, especially with subsidy removal, what can you say about that?
First things first, the subsidy removal is not the problem of the country. The subsidy first is never the problem of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria is embezzlement. The problem of Nigeria is corruption. You understand? I told you how much they used to subsidize Hajj. I told you how much this government have used to subsidize Hajj. But now that Hajj is just it's a personal something. You understand? You going to Mecca does not change anything. It's your own personal. It's the last pillar of Islam. It is when you have that amount that you can go. It's not compulsory. But then the government has subsidized Hajj. Now no subsidy on petroleum. No, and you know that petroleum prices affects everything. You understand? That singular statement that he made, that when he said subsidy gone, is the reason why Nigeria is where it is today. That singular, not a well planned statement. The first day in the first day of your inauguration, when that statement, subsidy is gone. That's why we are today. And as you can see, subsidy is not the problem. You saw how the National Assembly members, all of them. That's why I don't belong in any political party. All of them, the first thing they did in the first few months was to 160 million naira cars for each and every one of them. As of assembly members, you are seeing the project, 190 million naira for borehole. You understand? So these are the problems. These are where you are expending your resources to. It's not the subsidy. Let them cut down the cost of government. Do you understand? Eyabelo has stolen 80 billion naira. Imagine the amount of money that one is what we know. According to EFC, you don't know how much they have stolen. So if that amount of resources is being used properly, you don't need to remove first subsidy. You have removed first subsidy that the citizens are benefiting from. You are not subsidizing the lives of politicians. Who are enjoying subsidy? It's not the politicians. Are they not enjoying? Even the president himself, you see him going to go. Okay, you went to Qatar. It has never happened before in Nigeria. You went to Qatar. You are not running a monarchical system of government. Meeting of government. In a diplomatic meeting, after the president comes next the foreign minister. You saw how your president after he introduced himself, the next person was his two sons for your foreign minister.
But since Nigerians are revolted, that has not happened again.
Again, in your National Assembly, what in National Assembly, the only language we hear is national anthem. Then they go to the proceedings. We saw how people were standing on a mandate on the National Assembly. Do you understand? You see, like I said, foreign investors, they are looking at you. That's the most important thing. Like you said, the world is a global pocket. Do you know what I'm saying? So everybody, as I'm talking here, people are watching me from everywhere. The same thing, people are saying what's happening in Nigeria everywhere. Okay, look at the amount. And by the way, I have a good news. Now, fuel is 250. I'm telling you the truth.
$250?
Yes. No, not 15 naira. If you have APC membership card in Lagos, take it to any filling station. You are going to see fuel for 250.
Who told you that?
No, I'm just saying. Because
yes,
I told them before the election that poverty, insecurity, inflation, and hunger is not a matter of tribe or religion. It's not a matter of any political party. I told them. Now look at it now. You are now buying. Now everybody's now trekking. Even the children of Israel now, they are not trekking like Nigerians. Everybody's not taking to work. Now salary has not changed. So people are buying for 1,000 naira now. You understand? When you come, they say it's not about ranting. We are facing the heat. See, no matter which political party you belong or your tribe, you are facing this thing together. Or you are buying these prices equally. You understand? Everybody is suffering. It doesn't matter. APC, PDP, Abga, Labour Party. It's the same thing because nobody's going to sell for you at a lower price. You understand? So now the reality is setting in this country. We should stop deceiving ourselves. So the politicians, all of them, they should. And funny enough, IMF said that even this subsidy is back on petroleum. The government has not come out to deny it. IMF said it in the National Monetary Fund that the government they are still paying subsidy of petroleum prices, and the government has not come out to. So who is deceiving who? We can't be running government like this.
Okay,
it should not be by propaganda.
Now, most times it looks as if you do not see the positive side of this government at all. Does it mean all the policies of the government is anti-people?
Let me tell you, for example, there's one minister that is working well. No, maybe others, but let me focus on one. The Minister of Interior, Mr. Olubimi Ojo, is doing well. See, I say things the way I feel it is. That man, just even ask people in diaspora. You know, for you to get this your passport and everything. Now it is becoming very easy. Because that man is competent for the job. I mean, the Minister of Interior. Do you understand? So maybe again, he should reject his ministry. People that are not performing, you can't be appointing people based on political compensation. In Nigeria, a governor that cannot secure a state, a governor that paid clerics, Islamic clerics to go to Mecca to pray about insecurity in his state. You made that person Minister of Defense for state. And if you can't put somebody that is not capable. And see, if you put an alligator here, wait for the next 5,000 years, that alligator will never become a crocodile. That is its own. That is what it is. You understand? So it's about capacity and competency. So it's not about me not seeing. If I see something positive, I say it. That man, Minister of Interior, respect. Maybe again, this is David Umahi too, Minister of Works. See, so we want people like that. If you have people like that in his cabinet, fine, which is good. Because see, if Nigeria is good, at least we are Nigeria now. I've always said as for now we are still Nigerians. If Nigeria is good, it is we that will enjoy it. So we are not. Well, it's not about destructive criticism. My own criticism is not to criticize constructively. That is what we are facing, and it's reality. You can't be painting black, white because of political something. No, if something is moving well, even though you are in opposition, you have to say it, at least things are going well. But for now, look at it now. People can't even go to work. The price of have increased like ×2, and the salary will not increase. You understand? So this is what we are facing as Nigerians.
Okay, thank you very much. It's nice having you.
Thank you, sir.
Program this morning. Morning. You're welcome. Fuel has increased.
Fuel. Everything is increasing in Nigeria.
And there's scarcity.
See, let me tell you what, we already been saying the truth. Say the truth will set you free. The government is not coming for you. The government is just punishing Nigeria. Can you imagine you just wake up in the morning, you can't see any motor to go back to anywhere you are coming from. You can't even go work. You can't even go school. You can't even go anywhere. Where is the government? You see, Nigeria is the highest 419 on earth. Where fraudsters stay in the government house. They stay in the government house and they write document and they pass it and they knock it bang, bang, Akpabio, bang. They pass it to Dagaba. The other party to Tijani. See, where is Nigeria going? Because we don't get liver, because we don't hungry. They make us hungry to get power to fight. Because an angry man don't get power to fight. That's why they put Nigeria in that situation. Long stick. How you want to walk up past long stick? Say long bridge. See long bridge. See, Nigeria is a fallen state under Jagaba. Jagaba should rethink and do reality. See, Nigeria is watching. The whole world is watching Nigeria. Nigeria is too big for this camouflage demonstration of craziness we are seeing here in the government. It's bad. Every day hardship. And you promise that you are the lion of Bodilon and the Jagaba. And your wife said, we have enough. We are not coming to let you hungry. We are coming to let you eat. Where is the food?
Okay, Buki Hastrop says something.
Where is the food now?
Buki Hastrop says something here. He said there's no transparency in government. And even when policies that will benefit the people are put in place, they are not correctly implemented.
That's
That
what
means
we are saying.
there are good policies.
They are good. See, the language government is combined. See, they are combined with mafians. They will never let you me and you to eat. That's why we have to fight our mandate. Because this government, let us be frank with ourselves. See, I had a language that Jagaba said it in the meeting that Nigeria ain't going to do it. They don't say the message because they don't vote for us.
That one have
They don't see, but it's a part of it. See, when you are seeing language, you get what you go talk about, palo. When you go believe, when you go believe. But look at the atmosphere, look at the environment, look at what is happening in Nigeria. We don't say, yes, that language is coming to truth. And if you watch, 85% of Nigeria don't vote for Tinubu. Yes, that's why punishing us now, you don't send us message. He took him. He said, you go for me, Emagia. See, 85% of Nigeria, or 90% of Nigeria is hungry, yaga. Wickedness, demonic, every day, no fuel. You check, you carry 500 from house, come. When they go and come. Now, only one trip pass 500 now. How you go do? Nigeria citizen, President Jagaba. Everything's jaga, former they suffer. Bossa, go set me here. Now, if they don't take time, they go hear that gunshot. I say one day they go hear that gunshot because they believe they don't let the fire gun. Me and you go fire them. Yeah? Otherwise, this suffering not go stop. There must be violence to violence. And the violence must take it before. We must take it before. Because we are tired of Nigerian government. They are criminal. All around mafians. And we are here suffering and smiling. We say, well, they clap for them. Clap for who? Clap for who make me the hungry suffer anyhow? The whole millions, giants of Africa, no hope, no food, no shelter, nothing. Why? Because we are afraid to die. Let us die and end this suffering once and for all.
Okay, Nigerians have tried it with the NSAS, but it didn't yield anything.
It yields something there. It yields something there. See, they were not afraid of doing unlawfully. They don't do right. But now, because of the situation on ground, they are not bringing their bad head because everywhere is not spoiled. They are not trying to reform to the old school house, and we will say no to them. The government is rotting. So they have to remove that plant and plant really fresh one and let it grow. Okay, where is the money? Where is the 80 billion? Where is the 70 billion? Anyone discover? No. We are just hearing in one school they talk $700. Where are they? Nigeria. Jaga, scatter. Bosa. Go short. Middle here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much to all our esteemed viewers from across the globe. To all our viewers from across the globe, those that have contributed one way or another. Moki Great Udeze Chima, Dr. Taiwo Odolade Nosakare, Jaja, Abu Africa Mosiah, Amos Ojo, Emmanuel Osi, Romero Ray, Buki Hastrop. We thank you for all your contributions. We also thank, I saw the name now, but Moki Great, yes. Thank you to all of you. That will be all for bystanders at the newsstand. Today, I pray that we all have a blessed week ahead. My name is Kolade Folari, Kadesh Prince. See you tomorrow on Bystanders at Newsstand. Bye for now.